our channel. My name is Amara.
And my name is Gospel.
Now today we just want to have another conversation and we just want to talk about relationship nuggets for a lifetime intimacy.
Yes, we want to look at how you can, improve your relationship, do certain things in your relationship to have a lifetime intimacy with your spouse.
Yes.
Whether you're yet to be married or you're already married.
There are so many things that could be done to up your intimacy in your relationship, to kind of like spice it up and take it to a whole new level. Now, what we're about to share with you now might not be something new to you. We've said it over and over in some of our videos, and I think that this is something that if a lot of people in a relationship or people who are thinking about being in a relationship take into consideration, would help to improve their level of intimacy. And I would say that the first thing that you would need to do is marry your friend. Remain friends in marriage. It's one thing for you to marry your friend, and it's another thing for you to stay friends in marriage. Now, one of the most important factors that would keep marriage together is the level of friendship. Now, I would say that for every relationship, there are varied levels of friendship. But again, it is very important that you develop this level of friendship before and even in marriage.
Yeah. Let's look at before marriage.
Yes.
We always tell singles, before you get into marriage, make sure that the person you've chosen to be married to is your friend.
Yes.
You've been able to develop a level of friendship with this person. The importance of this is that when you're with your friend, you're yourself. You have that sense of freedom to express yourself. You're not trying to impress, you're not trying to form. In that way, you're able to know the character of your friend.
That's
you're able
true.
to know the things your friend likes and the things your friend doesn't like. In that way, you're also able to know if you guys will be able to adjust well in marriage.
That's true.
So if you're able to develop a level of friendship with this person, it helps you to make a solid decision on getting married.
Yes, and I would want to say that it's also built on common and mutual interests.
Yeah, friendship is built based on common interests. Yeah.
Because, you have to find out what is going to be your common interest, because this would become the focal point, even in your marriage. What are the things that you can do together, husband and wife, you sing together, maybe not, but exactly find out what exactly is it that you can do to keep up that friendship.
Yeah, you're saying keep up the friendship, and I'm looking at it this way. If you're able to get into a relationship with someone that you have common interests with, it tells you that you can actually build stronger friendship.
That's true.
In marriage. If I use our example, I met you in a campus fellowship.
Yeah.
Because we have similar interests, we have similar values, beliefs, and interests.
Yes.
And for us, then we were also in the same musical group.
Yes.
So it tells you that even now we do things together. We like doing certain things together. It doesn't mean we have to like everything.
Everything, yes.
Yeah, but the things that are common between us are more than the things that are different.
Yes. And I would say that with friendship comes vulnerability. And you would need to be vulnerable with each other, be open with each other. You cannot say that someone is your friend and then you're not open to that person, you're not transparent with that person. There's nothing to hide. You're not trying to impress him. He's not trying to impress you. It presents an opportunity for you to be free with yourself.
Yeah, I think that point cannot be overemphasized. When you're with your friend,
yes,
you're yourself.
Yes.
So when you marry your friend or build a friendship within the context of your marriage, you have that freedom to be yourself.
That's true.
You're not hiding. You're not trying to impress. Who else can you be open to tell about your life, your fears, your challenges? You are my best friend.
Oh, wow.
Even before I got married, I married you as my best friend. And at that point, I could share anything with you.
Yes.
There was no secrecy.
That's
You're
true.
not hiding anything from your friend.
The bond of friendship can survive the fluctuation of romantic feelings.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you start off, it's like butterflies in my belly, and a lot of things are happening with your hormones. But if you're actually friends with someone, you get to a point where through thick and thing, I'm
Yeah.
gonna stick with this person,
person.
irrespective of what happens. Because you've built a bond of friendship that is so strong that you cannot afford to let go of that individual.
Yeah, marriage is built on comradeship.
That's true.
That sense of oneness, that sense of friendship. Someone you know that this person understands you more than anyone else. This person knows more about you more than anyone else. Even when that feeling of a romantic feeling is not
or is
there,
weighing,
or is not, we've said it before that it's not constant, it fluctuates. So when it's not there, you're still having common, interest with your friend. You do things together.
That's true.
You love each other. That is what it is. Another nugget we think that is important, especially for those who want to get married, is get married to someone you cannot live without. Don't get married with someone you can live with, because you can live with anyone. But then if you know that this person is someone that I can't do without this person, you're so in love with this person, you're so committed to this person that divorce will never come into the picture from your end.
Yes.
Then go ahead and get married to that person.
I think this is one of the when they talk about litmus test, right?
Yes.
I think this is a kind of litmus test
How do you
in a
mean by
relationship. Like if I like the fact that you said don't marry someone that you can live with, because you can live with anybody.
Yes.
Marry someone that you cannot live without.
Yeah, you can tolerate anyone and manage to live with the person.
Yes.
But if you marry someone you in your mind, yes, you can live without anyone.
Yes.
In the actual sense of it. But if you've seen someone that you love this person so much that you feel a sense of loss if that person is not there with you, doesn't connect with you to the point of marriage, then that's the kind of person you should go for.
Yeah, true. And I think that when you have that, there's a lot that for you, losing that person means like you've lost a lot. You're actually missing
You've
world.
lost a lot, yes.
So keeping that person means that
you've gained the world.
You've gained the world.
Yes.
And it's all about you saying to yourself, and and this person will definitely understand that and recognize that. And I think that this is important in any relationship, because if someone sees themselves that they have been esteemed,
to that point of
I cannot do without you.
Yes.
I think that in itself solves a lot of problems.
Yeah, because
in
the
relationship.
person understands you place so much value in them. It doesn't mean you're dependent.
Yes.
You're emotionally dependent
on them. Yes.
Yes. But it means that you have placed so much value on them and in the relationship that you can do anything to keep it going.
That's true.
For me, before we got married, I understood that you're someone I couldn't let go.
Wow.
Yeah, you're someone I've tried myself to know that I had that capacity to love you and to love you till the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a moment.
Yes.
For me now, that's like, let's end the video now.
No, don't say that. But I'm just being honest with you. So for me, it made it obvious that fine, because you can always want to live with this person in spite of changes, in spite of anything.
Yeah.
Then this is the right person to get married to. Once you have doubt, can I live with this person? Can I, that question mark
Give
over
it time.
your head?
Yeah.
Give it time.
Give it time.
If it's not there,
if
you're not 100%, let me say 90% sure, then don't go in.
Another nugget that we think we should put out there that can help you build a lifetime intimacy is staying committed to each other.
Even when the feeling is not
When the feeling is not there, because it happens. But you know what? As time goes on, the feelings will come back through loving actions.
Yes.
If you stop the loving action because you no longer have the feeling and you think that, I don't feel like I love this person, the relationship will die a natural death.
Yeah.
I know in our previous videos we talked about, what exactly is love. Some people say love is an action. Some people say love is an emotion. Some people say love is a commitment. And we believe that love is a commitment. Doing the best for the person you love.
Yeah.
How do you really define that?
Doing
your
your best,
yes,
and being your best. You can do your best,
and not be your best.
But because you're not your best, your best is not enough.
Yes.
So when you do your best and be your best,
the best.
When you be your best and do your best, you keep enhancing yourself. You keep improving your character, because you know that you need the capacity to love.
Yeah.
To be able to give the best love.
Yes.
So,
yes.
So you build that capacity.
That's
what
true.
It means to be
your best.
And then you do your best. For this person.
If you look at love from a feeling point of view, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
You have to see love as a choice.
Love
as a commitment we make to be the best and do the best for the person we love. And this is really crucial.
So it's important to stay committed.
Yes.
When that love feeling is not there.
Yes.
Another part of commitment that I think we should talk about is staying committed in tough times. Tough times would always come. In marriage, there are issues that could come up that could, divide your relationship or destroy your relationship.
True.
There are tough times in terms of loss of job, illness, different things that could happen that can impact on your marriage.
That's true. I think every marriage, sorry, I don't know if I caught you there, but I think every marriage goes through a winter season.
Yeah, winter season, there are 4 seasons in life, but the winter season is where everything has gone cold. Probably the feeling is not there.
Everything is dry.
Maybe there is no money in the family. You can see struggle written all over this couple.
That's true.
Things are not working out well,
And then it seems like the sunny day is over.
Exactly. But we are here to encourage you. Even though it has come to that point where you feel like quitting your marriage, you feel like giving up. We've always said it that tough times never last, but tough couples do.
Yeah, tough marriages do.
Tough marriages do. You have to stay there, stick in there. Even though you are in your dark moment, light will always come at the end of the day.
That's true.
You're in your 11th hour. Just hold on a bit. Don't give up. Don't give in. Maybe you think this spouse of mine is not the kind of spouse I've thought of getting married to. He has changed. His character is so crude and different. Nothing in it for you anymore in the relationship, and you want to quit. Yes, I know you have reasons to quit and divorce him or her, but give you one more chance. Maybe one more day, one more week, one more year, and see change happen. Change always happens. We've seen marriages that they were almost at the brink of breakup. All of a sudden, something happened. Someone had a rethink. Someone had an encounter. Someone had a sense of purpose, of responsibility, and everything worked well again.
That's true.
So my point is, keep on moving. At the end of the tunnel, maybe you're in your tunnel now, you don't see any light anywhere.
True.
But keep moving. At the end of the tunnel, there'll be light somewhere. A ray of hope, a ray of light.
Another nugget that we thought to share that could help build a lifetime of intimacy is fix yourself and not your spouse. A lot of people engage with a lifelong journey of trying, to change their spouse desperately without knowing that I think that this is an effort that would just be futile. Because in futility, because it's a waste of strength, it's a waste of energy engaging in a venture that is beyond your scope of influence. It's beyond the scope of your control. One thing you cannot afford to control is the action or even inaction of the other person, of your spouse. You can control your action, but you cannot control what they do. You can influence them through your positive actions. You can take, to improve themselves, help them, show them love and all of that, but you cannot make them change. The other person has to decide and see reason and see that it is important for me to make the right changes, but you cannot make the changes. And I think that that's why a lot of people are so desperate and so frustrated in their relationship because they're trying to fix the other person.
Yeah, it's actually frustrated when you're trying to do something that is beyond your circle of influence.
That's true.
So rather than focusing on changing someone else, look in the mirror. You need to see how you can improve the man in the mirror. Maybe there is something about you that you could enhance. Do your best. I see it this way, that if you improve yourself and provide the best that you can to your spouse, that could be a motivating factor for the person to change.
That's true.
So focus on what you can control, which is yourself.
Yeah, but at the same time, that doesn't stop you from having a conversation with that person about what needs to be done, about maybe it's an attitude problem or it could be anything. You know, having that conversation, but then that person or the individual needs to see value in that and make the right change. You cannot force that person to change.
I also want to add that if what you need changes on are important things that you can't live with. For instance, if it's something that has to do with physical abuse, something that is life-threatening, then you have to isolate yourself from that environment. Let that person engage in counseling or a process of a systematic process of change. If the person is not accountable or responsible to change, then you have to give the person more time to change or improve. You don't have to put yourself in harm's way because you want to allow this person to change. We've seen it happen where you're believing that this guy is going to change.
But it takes a long time.
Someone's life is gone.
Yes, that's true.
Another nugget we think is important to help you build a life of intimacy, whether you're married or single, is that you have to look at marriage from the paradigm of 100-100 and not from a paradigm of 50-50. The 50-50 paradigm is such that you give love and expect love in return. If you don't receive love in return, you don't give love anymore. Give and take. If your husband is nice to you or your spouse is nice to you, then you're nice to that person. If the person is very offensive or brutal to you, give him or her back whatever he gives to you. Tit for tat. A tooth for a tooth. That's not the best approach in marriage.
Well,
do you want to talk about the 100-100 approach?
Well, what I would say before I go on to talk about the 100-100, I think that it's only natural. You know, humanly speaking, you're drawn to, if someone shows you kindness, you repay back. And sometimes, you know, the human side in us, if someone offends you, you want to prove to that person or show that person that you're upset about it. Now, this is a very difficult or challenging principle to apply in a marriage, where you say to someone, you know, give your 100%, whether you're receiving it, you're receiving love back, or whatever it is, just keep giving. You know, and we believe in this principle, although it could vary from marriages to marriages, where someone says, I cannot give my 100% all the time.
But marriage as an institution, this is the ideal way marriage is designed. If we believe that God is the one that designed marriage, the concept of it is give your all.
Yes. Yeah. I am totally with you on that.
Yes.
I'm totally with you on that. You know, I know that marriage is about you giving your 100%, but again, there's a human side to this.
Yes.
And there are a lot of factors, because in some marriages it could vary. And some people could say to you, oh, I have been giving my 100% and I've been constantly being manipulated by the other person. Now, there's a whole lot of, I don't want to say there's a caveat to it, because it's what is expected. Now, if someone is faced with that situation where they're giving their 100% and it's becoming more and more frustrating for that individual to keep up with giving 100%, because it doesn't seem like they're getting even 5% of what they're giving. They're not getting even 5% from the other person.
So I think in that case, there's a problem in the marriage where there is need for a very solid conversation. If that conversation doesn't create change, there is need to bring in a third party, maybe an expert. So there has to be a structure for creating the opportunity for things to work well. My opinion is, you wouldn't, because Mr. A is not doing what he's supposed to do, and you now decide to be like Mr. A.
Yes, yes. I think that, marriage is beautiful.
Yes.
Marriage can be heaven on earth.
Mm.
And it all depends on how you manage it, how you handle it, how you tend it.
Yeah.
It needs a lot of tending. It needs a lot of nurturing. And it's all down to the individuals in the relationship to nurture their marriage. Because however you nurture it, it's going to give
how it's
you
gonna be.
Exactly, and it's going to give you the result. It's going to give you the seed. So if you're in a relationship, you're married to somebody, it's about giving your 100%. It's about giving your love 100%, giving your understanding 100%, giving your forgiveness 100%, giving your acceptance 100%, and also expect that in return.
Yeah, imagine where everyone in marriage has this mindset that
Wow.
I'm going out there to give you the best, give you everything 100%, and everyone is focused on giving 100%.
100%, yeah.
There will never be any divorce. There will never be any dysfunctional marriage. Everything will work well. Like you said, human nature will always play a part because we all believe in the law of reciprocity.
Yeah.
Where you give kindness and you expect to receive the same kind of kindness from your spouse.
Okay. Another thing to add to this conversation is when there is conflict, see your intimacy, see your bond as more important than the issue at hand. You cannot afford to win the argument and lose that emotional connection that you have with that one special one, that person. Some individuals are keen on being right. I have to be right. I told you. You went wrong. I was right. And the thing is that, are you more concerned about winning an argument? Or are you more concerned about how do you feel? How does my spouse feel? How does, all of this argument, what does it mean to her? What does it mean to him? How is it hurting her? How does she feel emotionally? Rather than being focused on the fact that I have to win this one.
Yeah, I think sometimes you just have to move away from whatever the issue is and focus on building your relationship.
There are no trophies for winning an argument. And most times I've seen this in a relationship where when you're constantly trying to win an argument, you are losing your emotional bond, your emotional connection. You're losing your spouse.
Another important intimacy nugget we want to put out there for you is this: never believe in happy ever after. I know this is more like a fairy tale. People believe it so much that once they get married, happiness is forever. Rather than focusing on happiness, finding happiness in marriage, focus on finding fulfillment in marriage. Marriage is a platform for you to achieve your goal, fulfill purpose. It's not a platform to find happiness. You bring happiness into your marriage.
I wanted to say that you can bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring on the happiness. Bring on the
Happiness is
joy.
who you are.
Exactly.
If you are a happy single, you will have a happy marriage.
Yes.
So, if we say that happiness is found in marriage, it means that singles are hopeless. So you can be happy married, you can be single, and you're happy.
Yes. And I would say, like you say, marriage or the quality of a relationship depends on the individual in that relationship. So if you're someone who is constantly grumpy, that wouldn't change your marriage.
Yeah, you will be a grumpy married person.
Exactly. So it's all about you bringing that joy, bringing that spark, bringing that happiness, creating that ambience, creating the atmosphere. I should be always excited. I am excited anytime you're home because it's like, oh, that's my dude. He's back, Just bring it on. I mean, life in itself is stressful.
Yeah.
Why do you want to
add to
create
the stress of life? That's why we always say life is complex. Please simplify it. Make your marriage a place of simplicity where everyone can find fulfillment.
That's true.
To be the best that they are designed to be.
True.
The next nugget we want you to have is to know that you don't need marriage if you're desperate about marriage. if you think that your life is miserable because you're not married, then marriage is not for you. It means you're not mature for marriage. In fact, marriage is for those who are happy as singles. They are fulfilled, they know what they are doing, they found their purpose, everything is working well, and they want to move it to the next level.
Everything might not be working well. I just want to cut you there because you could be single and still going through challenges. So when it's not like everything has...
Yeah, when I say everything is working well, I am not saying that you're living a life of utopia where everything is perfect. No state of life can bring you perfection.
That's
whether
true.
you're single or married.
Yeah.
But my point is that as single, you're okay. You have a level of independence. Then you're ready for marriage.
That's true.
But if you need marriage to find a life, it means you don't have a life already.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So focus on being whole, healthy,
and
content with your life, and then you seek someone else to connect with, so that both of you can achieve a quantum leap in whatever you've laid your hands to do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And this kind of leads me to the final point, although there might be others, and our viewers out there, please do tell us in the comment section below what you think are some of the nuggets that can help people to build a lifetime intimacy in their relationship. Now, I want to talk about flexibility. A lot of people come into marriage with a set mindset. Oh, this is who I am. I cannot change who I am. And he needs to, in fact, he saw me the way I was and then he decided to marry me. He understood the kind of person I was. And now I cannot change who I am. No, you have to be flexible, darling. The world moves on. Things happen. And life is about changing. There's a constant change. It's about the dynamism of things that happen in life. And you shouldn't be stuck where you used to be. Because if you look at yourself, say 10 years ago and who you are now, you would notice that you've made significant progress from who you used to be 10 years ago, positively, to who you are now. So even in marriage, it should be improving. And if there are things within your relationship that your spouse is saying to you, oh no, I don't think this is okay in this relationship. Oh, why is it not okay? Have a conversation about it. Be flexible, be open-minded about it. And not just say, I'm the man. You shouldn't question me. This is what I've said. It is final. Yes, we're not arguing for headship. I'm not dragging it. I don't want the headship. In fact, I want you to lead. But however, you need to be aware that you are in it's called a relationship.
For a reason.
It's a relationship because you're not an island. You cannot exist in isolation. You're in this together with a human being, another human being.
Yes.
And I think that you need to take into consideration what that person feels, how that person feels, and even explain it, even if you're not going to change. Talk about it.
Yeah, but you need to change. In fact, talking about flexibility, I look at it this way, that you have to have this mindset of progressive, ongoing, constant self-improvement. It could be improvement in terms of communication, how you handle conflict, how you manage your emotion, how you upgrade yourself to make more income for the family. Different things you can do to grow yourself. Don't get fixed in a state. Whatever it is, keep progressing your life. And when your character is improving, your competence level in relationship is improving, and your level of commitment for each other is also improving, it shows that with time, your marriage will be so beautiful that the glow would radiate over both of you, and people wonder, what's the secret?
And I would say that, like you said, there's a lot of dynamism to this. It's about unlearning, relearning, and learning. You just keep going.
Yes.
It never ends. As long as we're human, we keep learning. Life in itself is a learning journey. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. If you found this video of value, please do share with people, with your contacts. Like it, comment on this video, and if you know anybody whose this content would be beneficial to, please do share with them. And if it's your first time being on our channel, please do like and subscribe to our channel. Okay, it's a wrap up for today, and we just want to say thank you so very much. Have a fantastic day ahead. Goodbye.
Thank you.